Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching Moto NZ. This is a Bluetooth intercom system without a big name attached to it. And today we're going to get into it and find out what it's all about. Alright, so it's no secret that I'm a brand whore. I love my big brands, especially when it comes to Bluetooth communicators. The big names out there do very, very well. I have used Cardo forever. Sena, I don't mind, but I've not used the latest offering from Sena. But the guys at BikeComm reached out and said, hey, we've got 3 new communicators. Do you want to try one out? And I said, sure, why don't you send me all 3 and we'll try all 3 of them out. So this one here is the BK-T2. It has 5.0, Bluetooth 5.0 chip in it, USB Type-C. It weighs 49 grams. We've got intercom between 2 riders. It will do group conference mode with up to 6 other headsets. They say intercom distance is up to 1,200 meters. HD speakers, I agree. The speakers sounded pretty good when I was listening to music off Spotify. It's got a background audio mixer. You can hear GPS instructions. You can do your mobile phone. Dual phone can connect to 2 cell phones at the same time. Wind noise reduction. High speed circumferences, clear audio communication at up to 100 miles per hour. Voice notifications, firmware updates, app connection, so you can set up your own profile through the app. Okay, that's interesting. It's waterproof. They don't say a waterproof rating, but it is waterproof. To be honest, everything else is in a language I don't understand on the back. So we're just going to open it up, test it out, and see what happens. So that's the packaging. Just flips open, there's the device, and on first inspection, gloss black. It has a USB-C on the bottom, it has the mounting prongs on the back, volume up button there, volume down button on the back of the unit, and then we've got intercom and a phone button on the face of it. Let's have a look and see what the mounting options are for this. We've got a little instruction book there, which gives you probably all you really need to know. Two-sided. Inside here we have our mounting hardware. So we've got, what have we got? We've got a boom mic, we've got some speakers, decent sized speakers actually, and they all plug in via a USB-C with little prongs to keep it attached to your device. As far as actual mounting gear goes, an array of 3M Velcro sticky bits, an alcohol prep pad. That's the thing we stick to our helmet. Looks like we have the option of sticking to our helmet only. Doesn't appear to be any kind of clamp mount. And then inside here we've got a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Well, that is our device, BK-T2, the BikeComm BK-T2. I notice that the speakers are connected via these little proprietary 2-pin connectors, so that makes things not too bad actually, not too bad to connect. We've got 2 speakers, one long, one short, and a microphone. I noticed that we only have the boom mic. I don't typically like boom mics, but depending on what helmet we decide to install this with, it could work. Alright, the only helmet that I have currently that doesn't have a comms unit installed on it is my HJC i70. This helmet is bang on 5 years old. I don't use it an awful lot anymore, but I've installed many communications kits on this helmet over the years, so I know my way around the helmet itself. Let's get to looking at our mounting. So we've got this plate which goes on the side of the helmet with some sticky stuff on the back of it, and then this is the back of the unit itself. So we've got these 2 pins which obviously fit into this unit here. There you go. So you fit the holes, fit the pins in the holes, and then slide down to lock. So it's a vertical mounting on the backing plate. Let's take that off. We'll stick it on the helmet. Okay, so we are BikeComm on the side of the HJC i70. Now we just need to put the speakers and the microphone in the helmet as per any other comm system, and I don't need to show you that. So BK-T2 is installed on the HJC i70. I've got to show you this. This is something I actually quite like. It's a USB-C from the wiring loom into the unit. So you just kind of plug that in there. But then there's this little flappy locking mechanism that holds the plug in. I think that's kind of a nice touch. I mean, a properly designed USB-C shouldn't probably come out at all. But, all right, so that is on the helmet. Let's try it on. All right, so the speakers themselves are they're quite a fat speaker. So I can feel it, but there's enough padding between the speaker and my ears to probably not give me too much grief. The unit itself, to turn it on, is these two plugs here, buttons here. So you push and hold, and I've been greeted in some Asian language, which isn't the end of the world, but I don't know what it's saying. Now, I believe this button here with the phone symbol on it, push and hold, and we'll go into phone pairing mode, which means I can then bring up my phone. It's beeping at me, telling me that it is in pairing mode, BK-T2. And again, it's just told me in some Asian language that it is connected. Let's check the audio quality. Alright, so I'm just listening to some music on Spotify off my phone. And to be honest, the audio quality is pretty reasonable. Oh, okay, so what I thought was a volume up button is actually a change the song button. Okay, that is volume down. Oh, okay, so double click the volume up button and it changes song. Single click, the volume goes up. So if I double click the volume down button, it starts the song again. But I single click, the volume goes down. Okay, cool. So heaps of volume in this unit. Reasonable quality volume. Because I don't read the language that the back of the box is printed in, I can't tell you whether there's an app. I'll stop the music and we'll go over to voice recorder. I'll get this microphone down here in the right place and I'll hit record on that. Hello. Okay, so now the audio you're hearing isn't coming through this microphone. It's not coming through the camera. It's coming from the BikeComm microphone inside my helmet to my phone. I've then overlaid the audio on the video for you there. So hopefully this actually sounds reasonable. If it does, great. If it doesn't, there's your answer. One thing I have noticed is that the wiring on the back of the device, there's quite a bit of gap between the helmet and the wiring, and it also sticks out quite chunky on the side of your helmet. This is going to give you a little bit of turbulence around the back of your helmet, create a bit of wind noise. This here may create some more noise additional to that. We'll have to get out there on the road and check it out. The other interesting thing is when you turn it off, two buttons there. Again, more Asian lady talking to me, and I'm pretty sure it told me that I had 80% battery, but I don't know. The Asian lady speaking to me, it's not a deal breaker. The price of this device is considerably less than some of the market leaders, so you could put up with that and get a reasonable quality device if it's just you listening to music while you ride. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It sounds pretty good. We will be putting it through its paces as far as intercom goes as well. But yeah, let's get it out on the road and check it out. Here we are on the Street Triple, the beautiful yellow, cosmic yellow Street Triple. The golden snitch, as my son likes to call it. And we've got the BikeComm unit on the HJC i70. It's been a while since I've worn this helmet actually. Installation went well, no dramas, everything's installed. I could faff around a little bit longer with the cables making everything really nice and comfortable, but as a rough and ready install, no complaints. Heaps of volume. The device connects to my phone. I can play Spotify. I can hear turn-by-turn navigation. I can't activate my assistant, who shall remain nameless, my mobile assistant. I can't activate her by voice or with a button. So I can't get it to do anything. However, if I double click the plus button, I can go forward a song. If I double click the negative button, I can go back a song. I got volume up, volume down, and that's about it. Audio quality of the communication of the intercom, reasonable. Not terrible in the slightest. Reasonable.
Really comes down to how well you get the microphone placed on your face. I don't seem to have an app where I can play with mic sensitivity or anything like that. So it is what it is. And range appears to be line of sight around about, what are you up to? Around about 400 to 500 meters. Which, when you're riding with a mate on the road, is pretty much all you really ever need, right? Now, the newer Bluetooth 5.0 devices, they can all connect to smart action cameras these days. This device I could not get connected to either my Insta360s or my GoPros. It connected to my phone multiple times, no dramas. The Bluetooth connection was reasonably snappy. I could connect it to a Sena and I could connect it to a Cardo via Bluetooth only, not mesh or mash. Well, the Americans keep giving me crap online for saying mesh. So it connects to my phone fine. It didn't connect to any of the action cameras. I'm actually talking to you. The audio you're hearing from me now is from the boom mic inside the helmet. I wish it came with a sticky mic. This one didn't seem to. So I do have the added pressure of the boom mic under the chin pad on the left-hand side of my helmet. I've got a little bit, we're up to 100 kilometers an hour now, and I've got a little bit of extra wind noise from the device. It's nothing crazy, but I definitely hear more wind noise on the left-hand side of the helmet than on the right. You know, you pay for the R&D from these other companies who charge big bucks for these devices, right? So the things that we are missing on this device that we haven't paid for, bear in mind it is a lot cheaper than other devices, an app, all the updates. You probably do updates on your computer, although everything on the box was in some Asian language, so I can't read it. I could always get my phone out and do a Google Translate and find out what they say. I might do that when I get back to the office. But yeah, so we haven't paid for an app. We haven't paid for all these other nice to haves like sound cancelling, noise cancellation on my microphone, my Hey Siri connections or anything like that. So these are the nice to haves that you get when you pay more money for your devices. But this as an entry-level device is better than the entry-level devices that I started motorcycling with 20 years ago. This is a good device. I can listen to music with good quality. I can connect to a Bluetooth intercom occasionally if I need to. Yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job.
So there you have it. The BikeComm BK-T2. Pretty good entry-level device, actually. Made a couple of phone calls while I was out on the road. Interestingly, I could only hear the person I was speaking to in my left ear, not my right. But they said that they could hear me quite clearly. And obviously there is some mic noise cancellation going on, because you could hear the gate clicking open when I started talking and then clicking closed and silence when I stopped talking. Interesting. But there was a little bit of noise that came through, background noise, while I was talking. A pretty good entry-level device. As I said, while I was out riding, the phone connection connects very quickly to my phone. The intercom connection connects reasonably well to other Bluetooth intercoms. No mesh, and you can't connect this to a smartphone, a GoPro, sorry, an action camera, a GoPro or an Insta360. A little bit of wind noise because it is a bit of a bulky unit on the side of the helmet, and the cables stick out there. That plug, nice and locked on. I wonder if it would get knocked in everyday life, but a pretty good entry-level unit. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask in the comments box below. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this sort of video. Love to have you along for the ride. Catch you in the next one. Hooroo.